everyone, and welcome to the Kittens of War Gaming Podcast. My name is Turbo Tony. Thanks for listening to this show. You are a very special listener. Yes, right there in your little heart there. Do you feel warm yet? Well, you will do, because we're talking about Pokemon this week. This is the podcast where we talk all things video games. We talk reviews, news, experiences, everything to do with video games. As you'd expect, we've got the Kittens of War with us, our mainstays of the podcast. We have our host from last week. We have Matt. Say hi, Matt.
Hello there.
I choose you, Tom and Haley.
Hey! Hello.
The little Pokemon reference. And Chris is also joining us as well.
Hello.
Yay, everyone's here. Awesome. Matt, you did a fine job covering for me last week.
Thank you.
I tip my hosting hat to you. Very well done. Very well done. But as I said there before, this is another special that we're doing. We're doing the Pokemon, just Pokemon in general. We're going to talk about the games. We're going to talk about the anime. We're going to talk about some interesting controversies that surround it, and there are a few interesting ones that we'll talk about there. Jinx is the big one.
Oh, we do love a bit of Jinx, don't we?
So yeah, just if you haven't obviously heard about Pokemon, where have you been? You've obviously been in hiding.
What rock have you been under?
Yeah, exactly.
For the last how many years?
Yeah. I mean, Pokemon's been around. It's going to be almost around for 20 years. It first came onto the Game Boy in 1996.
Wow.
Which is
Jesus, that makes me feel old.
Pretty mental.
Yeah.
So 6 generations of games, hugely successful children's anime series, and countless films. There's loads of them. Pokemon has made Nintendo a bucket of cash. But before we get into Pokemon, we're going to cover the news of the week. Then we get into the meat of the podcast there this week. First of all, some juicy news, some big time news that we've got for you guys this week. Casey Hudson, you may remember him as the lead, and a lot of people give him the tag of creator of the Mass Effect series. He has left BioWare.
Now, right.
Yes, I spotted this.
This means he's no longer going to be overviewing the new Mass Effect or any other, I know they're going to be releasing a new IP. BioWare, he's not going to be overviewing that either, obviously. But he's gone. He's gone to start up a new project, and he's been with BioWare for many, many years. This came as a massive shock to a lot of people. I mean, Tom is the one that brought this to us. What's your thoughts on it, Tom? Like, do you think this is going to heavily impact Mass Effect going forward?
I'm honestly worried because well, you know what happens when the creative integrity, well, not creative integrity, what's the word I'm thinking of? The creative influence behind a IP, they disappear. Suddenly the game loses its original feel. It just doesn't capture the same magic as it did before. That's my only concern.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, a fresh perspective for a brand new game and a brand new game for the series. It's either going to be later on. It's going to be a prologue. That could be good.
Yeah.
But there's always that sense of trepidation, isn't there? You're always terrified and paranoid because they're not there to slap the hands of stupid children from the keyboards. It's going to go to hell.
One thing that one people say is that he gets a lot of the slack because apparently a lot of people point the finger at him directly for the reason why the ending was the way it was. So I mean, a few BioWare fans are saying this is actually a good thing because now he's not going to be too close. It's
not really fair to point it on one person. I mean, you could pinpoint it to a lot of things. I mean, EA might have turned around and said, no, you got to do it by this point. He turned around and said, we need a little bit more time. EA is just like, we don't care. Yeah. You're our bitches now. You do what we say.
Yeah.
That could have been it. Who knows?
It wouldn't exactly be unheard of EA doing something along those lines. And we're never going to know the full story. That's the way it goes around. And it's probably best not to even think about the ending. For most people, it's been fixed. The extended DLC was released. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I recently saw Hudson actually on the latest video to do with Mass Effect 4. He was talking about we're going to go to a new reach of space. He was a large part of that video, and obviously this must be a big change, from what has changed from then making that video, which was only at I think E3, which wasn't that far ago, to now. It's not that much big space of time. It's an interesting why he would have upped and left.
Maybe he's been offered something better.
Maybe. Yeah.
Do you remember Neo Scavenger? That was created by a sole developer from someone who left BioWare. The guy, one of the lead designers, or basically one of the lead people from Dragon Age, the original.
Oh, wow.
So maybe, if we're lucky, we'll get a brand new game that he's doing by himself that will be quite exciting.
Yeah, and as you said there, Tom, sometimes it is better for the originators to let it go and let it be, and maybe get a different spin on things, and go forward from there. And it's not as if like the whole of BioWare as a company is going to fail without him.
That's true.
He didn't exactly have his fingers dipped into the Dragon Age pot, shall we say? But still, interesting news. But he is going off to work on another project. He's been a little bit tight-lipped on what he's going to go and do. So, but yeah, we're a little bit worrying. We said this before with the lead of Homefront Human Revolution leaving the company and a lot of other people leaving the company at that time. It does leave a little bit of an air of uncertainty around the game. Let's just say that, and it'll be interesting to see where it's going forward. He was not the lead on Mass Effect 4 though. That's a point we should make.
Oh, that's all right then. That makes you feel a bit better.
Yeah, he wasn't the creator. He was while he was overviewing it. He didn't lead the development of Mass Effect 4 much like he did with the original 3. So there's a positive to take for that at least. Mm. Interesting news for broadcasters of video games. Twitch has implemented a YouTube-style music content ID matchmaking system, which will scan videos, obviously on Twitch, for copyrighted music, and it will blanket out the sound on said videos. Now, this is obviously something that me and Chris know all too well, being YouTubers. Yeah. You put something up that's remotely even got like a tone attached to something that they believe is copyrighted, that's going to get flagged really quickly. That's the way it is.
I think it's very much influenced by like the people who is being copyrighted themselves, because some games are fine. I mean, games like let's say Outlast, Team Fortress 2, loads of other games that I've put up and I've monetized on YouTube and I haven't had a problem with, but like one background music from from Alice Return to Madness and no fucking copyright.
Yeah. It's a minefield. I think that's probably the best way to play with it.
It's very touch and go. I mean, usually you're I haven't hit too much of a wall. I've just been sent an email saying you can't monetize this one. Monetization has been taken off, but you can still view the video.
Yeah.
Which is okay. I mean, if they just kind of block the video off completely, I would have been a bit pissed. But it's still it's very hard to know what is and what isn't good. And with Twitch doing this as well, that's going to really impact with people doing live broadcasts, because that's what YouTubers use. And quite a lot of YouTubers use it for like charity events.
Well, not only that, when they do that, they normally will have tracks by copyrighted artists in the background of them doing their videos. I mean, there's tons of them that do it.
Yeah, I mean, especially if they're doing a long one as well. I mean, if they're doing a big 6-hour fucking charity event. Yeah. There's going to be times when they switch off the game, take a bit of a break, and just put something on in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that's going to be a bit awkward, because does it blanket out the track or does it blank out the whole sound completely? Because otherwise, YouTubers just going to be sat there, writing words on like flashcards.
Yeah,
it's going to look stupid.
The issue as well with this that I know of is that the system that have implemented in place is nowhere near as perfect as YouTube seem to think it is, and this is the same. It is exactly the same. The content ID match system is the same on YouTube as it is on Twitch. It's the same company that's doing it. But like, for instance, sometimes they will flag videos that actually have no copyrighted music on it. I've had that done to me before on a XCOM video, random. I just had a thing on there. It flags literally 2 seconds of music, apparently, that was copyrighted, even though it was part of the in-game soundtrack, even though it wasn't even a song, Like, if it's like Grand Theft Auto, and I'm playing that, and Rihanna comes on, I could understand that getting content ID matched.
Yeah.
But this was like, the background music to a game, that you kind of expect it to, but quite odd, and it's not perfect. I imagine there's going to be a few people. I know that Twitch are in a little bit of a hot seat at the moment, because they're obviously getting backlash from broadcasters. I don't think they made many people happy with doing this, but they kind of had to. It's been a long time going. I mean, Total Biscuit did a brilliant video of him covering actually this whole subject matter, and one of the main things that I thought when I was before watching that video, and I hope that he would bring up, and he did, is that there was only so long that broadcasters can kind of get away with having copyrighted music on their broadcasts without getting Twitch done for it. You know, it was only going to be a matter of time. You can't get away with that until something happens. So interesting there. I have not done any broadcasting on Twitch. I don't. It's kind of foreign waters for me. But we are planning a Kittens, as you said there, a charity event. We are actually planning one.
Cool.
So you can plan that you can keep an eye on that in the future on the podcast. Any news about that? The idea that we had was a 24-hour gaming session with me. I think Matt was going to join me for the whole 24 hours, and people are going to come in and out. So keep an eye on that, guys. We would really appreciate the support of the subscriber base, shall we say? We'll go forward for now. Other news. Interesting news, this one, for guys that may be gamed in the Commodore 64 era, and maybe beyond that as well a little bit. Sierra Interactive, do you guys know that company?
Yeah, they did the original Half-Life, if I recall.
I do remember Sierra, yeah.
They're also known for some point-and-click adventure games. They are known...
Evil Genius.
Yeah, they've done a whole bunch of games. I mean, some of them obviously have gone on without them. For instance, Leisure Suit Larry, but I think less said about that particular series, the better. But yeah, they made a lot of games throughout that era, and I remember playing a lot of their games. They were one of the leading game makers in the Commodore 64 era, and that's going back a long time. They're being revived. They're coming back from the dead. Activision, who, as we know, are a very wealthy company, as we know, are going to revive the company, and a few details are going around that a lot of the dead, IPs that they have on their books, they're going to revive them, and they're going to go forward. So you can imagine a lot of these classic games getting possible remakes, possible new additions to the genres, which is games that have been dead for, over a decade. So interesting news, and I'm keeping my eye on this because it makes me feel old. Really, 'cause thinking about IPs back in the Commodore 64 era kind of makes me remember like my first, time gaming on on these floppy disks and stuff like that, which Jesus, it takes me back a little bit. But is there any Sierra Interactive games that you guys know of or can remember? Maybe has a chance of getting back.
Nothing. I've mentioned a few titles, but I can't.
There's
imagine
one that I'm really
back.
struggling to remember. Which was sort of like a fantasy adventure, and all I remember is the fact that I was just so pissed because I found it was all on floppies. I found it about 6 years ago, and I was just like, but no, how could anything current just understand what's going on? I said I had a floppy drive, but it was like, no, your computer's too good for this. But why?
You just stood around saying, "What are you trying to do? Read this in Latin? I can't read this. This is too old."
That's it.
I just remember, literally my dad having, these long, boxes for floppy disks, and literally, they could probably hold about 20 disks, but as you say, because most of these games, they often come, if you've got big, lengthy games, they often have, 10 disks. So, one of these things was taken up by just 2 games, even though you could fit 20 disks in them. It was, mental back then, but it's awesome stuff, just remembering that. And some of these may be coming back. I know one of the games that a lot of people are looking forward to is the SWAT series, which was done at that time. And they're thinking that if it does get remade, with all the money that Activision could pump into this, we could have a genuine rival for Rainbow Six. So, that sounds good to me. But
considering I never really got on with Rainbow Six, I'd quite enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean, I did like Rainbow Six Vegas, and I played. I think Rainbow Six Vegas actually was my first foray into multiplayer gaming, apart from Halo. But as you say, there's only so much of one particular IP you can take. This sounds like it could be something fresh. Hopefully.
There we go. I found it.
Oh, what was it?
Hero's Quest. So you want to be a hero.
I know that as well!
Hero's Quest. Oh, that rings a bell.
Oh my good god!
Like booting from DOS.
Yes! Hero, oh my god, man. I can't believe that I forgot about that. Oh, that's an awesome game. Oh man, so many good IPs could come back, man. I'm so excited. A little bit of extra news, we move forward. Michael Bay, the director of the new Transformers movies, has announced that he is now, after the new Transformers movies, which all of them have been a commercial success and a absolute bomb for critics, he is leaving Transformers. He's leaving the series of movies. He will do no more apart from this one, which he did say after the third movie that he wasn't doing them, but We have to go by what Michael Bay
Michael.
says. Yeah, we can only take him by his word.
Well, hasn't he moved on to mutilating Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now?
He
Megan
was a
Fox.
producer in that one, but basically the director tried to emulate Michael Bay as much as possible.
I want to suck up to you so much, Mr. Bay.
But what's worse, someone trying to be Michael Bay or Michael Bay?
Yeah.
That's a question. No, I've actually read the article as well. Do you know what he's moving on to?
Go on.
A documentary for poaching elephants, or elephant poaching, if you will, not actual elephants poaching things.
With explosions, right?
Explosion.
I don't know. It's just like you read this and you think, play to your strengths, Bay. Come on.
With heavily
you're not exactly
tanned.
renowned for world-hitting documentaries. You're renowned for, and let's be fair
Just
here, utter tripe.
Yeah.
Like overly tanned cleavage.
Yeah, they're gonna have like
Look
you
at
know
this.
explosions. I'm expecting like a big ass
One of the poacher
firefight.
girls posing with an elephant gun with like a short mini leopard print skirt or
Let's
something.
be honest here, right? The poacher girl is going to be Megan Fox.
Yes, there you go.
You know?
Yeah, and she's going to be dressed like the really old school Tomb Raider that got really overly sexualized at one point.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all we need.
But
And she's
I
like, gotta get the elephant, but these guys are gonna poach the elephant. I gotta stop the poacher. And the poacher's gonna about Vin Diesel going, oh, about the elephant.
yeah, he is now, Chris. He's going to listen to this podcast, take those sound bites, and you've basically done sound bites for him for free. You know.
That's it.
He's actually going to approach Chris,
I
and
want my
Chris is going to
royalties,
voice one of
Vin
the
Diesel.
elephants.
Yes, exactly. Because in the end, we'll realise that the elephants can talk to people. So that's going to be an interesting thing. The one thing I'm kind of happy with Michael Bay leaving this stuff is that he seems to like grabbing my childhood and making very bad movies out of them. So I'd rather he kind of leave my childhood alone and just go do something else.
It wasn't as successful as Guardians, but apparently it's had quite a successful opening.
Oh no! In terms of, like I said, commercially, Transformers have done. It's always been.
I was on about
It's
Turtles.
always made. Oh, Turtles were all Michael
It
Bay
hasn't come out
movies.
in the UK yet, so
Have always been successful, but
With the Turtles, I've heard that the actual Turtles have very little screen time, and Megan Fox is in
all of it practically.
most screens.
essentially
No shots.
Shia LaBeouf from the entire Transformers thing. There was like,
Share the booth.
like all they had to do.
Annoying.
Just literally sitting here and just thinking, why are you here?
Yeah.
Why are you doing things the turtles can do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard people who've actually seen the movie in the
It's
States.
like it is called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, not
Megan Fox,
Megan Fox.
featuring.
Megan Fox with
Megan Fox
turtles.
has boobs.
Megan Fox with green pets.
Not
Yeah.
even April. Okay, not even April, but Megan Fox.
You just listen. She looks the part. Apparently, she's lovely to look at. Fair enough. To some people, they say that. But as soon as she opens her mouth, you just think, no, you're just Megan Fox being Megan Fox, trying to imitate someone other than Megan Fox.
Yeah.
You are not April O'Neil. April O'Neil is more badass than you are.
Do you know what I watched the other day? Talking about this, the original live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja
Oh,
Turtles
no.
movie.
Oh my god, the
Those
90s.
things. Wow.
As
The
a
first
kid,
one wasn't
man,
apparently too bad. It was they got really, really bad after like number 2, and then number 3 was just an abomination.
Number 3 was Back in Time.
yeah, I
At
remember
the
that.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, they went back to samurai years or something, didn't they? Or
Oh
something?
my Christ.
And April O'Neil had to rip up her dress
Yeah.
to make it more New Yorkan. So
See, I am honestly surprised that Michael Bay hasn't gone back in time with the Transformers yet.
Oh, I haven't seen the new
Hey,
one.
we've got
I don't know
dinosaurs, so I guess that's
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of...
That's,
Dinobots.
We've got four
They're
Right.
not Dinobots.
That's
They
the
are
thing.
not Dinobots. They are bots that just happen to resemble dinosaurs. They are not Grimlock. They are not the Triceratops one.
They're
no,
not actually
no way.
identified.
Wait,
they're
what?
Dinobots.
Wait.
No one said the names.
So what?
It's like, I'll watch the movie. But the weird thing is, they set it up for a very obvious follow-up. I mean, Optimus Prime was taking off into space with the convenient jet fuel he just shoved up his ass or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And now he's flying off into God knows where. And now Michael Bay's not doing it anymore.
You know, I haven't seen that movie, but I couldn't care less that you just gave me a spoiler. I really couldn't care.
No,
The one thing I'm looking forward to, though, that I'm actually quite hopeful, someone else is going to take over the Transformers series. They're just thinking, yeah, we got to start again. And then everyone's just going to Shia LaBeouf and just say, you know that thing you're famous for, Transformers? Yeah, they're redoing it. It doesn't mean anything now. You can fuck off and die.
Just make the whole movie surround around the key guy of it, Optimus Prime, and I'll be happy. There you
Well,
go.
you know what that director did with
is Michael Bay. Michael Bay is Transformers. So if he leaves the project, then there is no project anymore.
Yeah.
You can't put someone else.
The
do
Transformers,
it.
well, yeah, that's my point. They're going to have to restart the whole thing.
Yeah.
But will they actually do it or not, though?
Invent itself.
Well, if they give it a reboot, I'd hope they give it the reboot like the new X-Men film has done, Days of Future Past, because the director took that and he's done a couple of the other ones as well, and he goes, right, I realise that lots of people think the last few movies have been absolute dog shit, because they have been absolute shit because I didn't direct them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and delete all of the films, just all of them. All of them.
So
are
if
not
you're
even
telling me
massively.
he's going to set up a part where someone has to time travel to travel back in time to kill Shia LaBeouf, I will pay all of my money every year to watch that again and again and again.
Yeah.
Well, what a director, I hope, does with the Transformers series is a start again with the Transformers. Just do another Transformers 1 and just start again.
Make it about the war for Cybertron. Come on, just do
That
that.
would actually be a fantastic prologue, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Just focusing on the Transformers, then they come to Earth, and then we start giving a shit about actual human people. Focus on the Transformers, and then we move on to the humans.
We've got the technology
go with that.
to do something like that because of Avatar, so they could easily do a Transformers film set on Cybertron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would.
We actually go into the future, we find Cybertron, and we get dragged into a war.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, about
That'd be
Avatar,
cool.
Avatar pisses me off as a film.
Fair enough.
Avatar.
Oh, what do you mean? Super CG Pocahontas?
Yes,
Don't you
exactly.
think Dances with Smurfs?
It looks stunning, and everyone gives it glowing reviews just because it looks pretty. The story itself is just a carbon copy of every other type of displanted people story there has ever fucking been, and it's so shit. If it didn't have the CG in it, it would have been bombed by every fucking critic. It's I shouldn't think the movie should get a pass just for having some really decent CGI. And yeah, the CGI is good, but the story itself is just absolute shit. It's just like, yeah, message, it's bad, looking is bad, we shouldn't mind.
It bug me on unobtainium. You just think unobtainium. Is that really hard to get a hold of?
It was actually called that in the original book, though, so you can't really blame the writers for
What
that.
do you mean the original book?
It was based on a book.
Yeah, it was based on.
Oh,
No,
Pocahontas.
Avatar.
no, Avatar. No, like
Yeah,
James
Avatar
Cameron
was based
did
on
all
a
of it,
book.
though, didn't he? I don't know.
I think he wrote it. Did he
No.
write it? No, I
No.
think someone else wrote it. He just directed it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's why we don't blame
Yeah.
James Cameron. James Cameron is the thinking man's Michael Bay.
Yes.
Who else laughed when they heard unobtainium, though?
Yeah, I did.
I did.
Come on, come
You know
on.
what this is? It's unobtainium. You what?
Sorry, you're trying to be
Gee,
laughing.
I guess you're not getting it then.
Yeah, it's up. But dude, you're holding it. Should it not be really fucking rarium?
Yeah.
I wonder if he named that after his first love.
Oh,
Oh,
burn.
oh,
Burn.
I didn't see that.
The one who got friend zoned by.
Let's get Blastoise out to heal that burn. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ! Wow.
What's the word? And why does it? What's the word? Burn.
All right.
Disney reference there.
Let's use our Blastoise segue, into our meat and bones of this podcast. We're talking about Pokemon. We're going to talk about the video game. We're going to talk about the video games, the anime, and the various controversies at the end, which have a very fun little extra towards the end of the podcast. Just to explain, overview of what Pokemon is. The way that I could kind of explain it is that it's an incredibly simple team-based RPG adventure in which you capture monsters, you level them up, you make your best 6, and then you go and out into the world, you venture, and you essentially level up your team. That's why I call it like a team-based kind of RPG, because we're in the battles, you're as a team of 6. There's 151 available in the first game, fucking hundreds of them added in later on, and there's been 6 generations of video games there on out. So, what about your experiences with Pokemon? I imagine we were all quite young when the first came out. I mean, 1996 is, like I said, almost 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So, did you guys? How did you guys kind of get around to playing Pokemon from the very beginning?
How could we not?
It was the thing, wasn't it?
I think it's the worst part. Is I think we're all at sort of school at the sort of point where it's just like, there's no way in hell that you could avoid Pokemon.
Yeah.
It just was and always was there. It was so omnipresent, wasn't it? My God, apparently.
I think it triple hit. That's my opinion, because the anime came out, the game came out, and then the
And the
cards
cards.
came out. There was like everything you could want as a
There's
kid.
no way you can avoid this.
Yeah, you're gonna be part of it.
But it was first a game. wasn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I think though because obviously the game came out, it came out later in Europe. I think the anime came out first here.
Really?
I'm not sure. They all came out roughly the same time anyway.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
It was all a pretty close release.
Yeah. Now I was lucky because when I actually got into all of this, I managed to buy the Game Boy Color version. So that was always good.
Dick.
It did make it a lot more interesting rather than having black and white Pokemon and all that lot. So, first of all, can you guys remember which color you first bought?
Red.
Red.
Blue.
You say buy. I technically never had a Game Boy.
What?
Ever.
His mother hated him.
Obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, my parents didn't love me. I mean, I didn't even actually get my first... I played primarily on PC. I never actually got my first console until the PlayStation 1, but that was a few years before PlayStation 2 came out.
Oh, wow.
Tom fought hard to be a gamer. Very hard.
he came from the gaming
while you guys
ghetto,
were playing
man.
your Pokemon, I was playing the original Age of Empires and failing at that.
So yeah, I mean that's all the colours we got. I'm surprising that I'm like the only one who got blue.
I would have gone for blue.
I don't think mine was by choice, to be fair.
Yeah.
The first time I played it properly was when I was actually going on a plane over to the States, and they actually had the emulators built into the seats, and I was just playing blue for the whole 8 hours I was flying.
Oh
While
wow.
everyone else was asleep, I was just sitting there.
Oh, but that must be
thinking,
terrible, though, because you get so far and it's like, no! Like, time to get
We
off
are
the
now
plane.
landing.
But-
Turn off your games. What? I can't do that.
That's kind of
but I'm about to do a gym, boss.
I have just won my 5th badge. How could you do this to me?
That's it. This holiday is ruined.
Yeah. Refuse to leave the plane. Just stay there. Just keep flying. Which opening Pokemon did you guys choose?
Squirtle.
Squirtle. What about you, Matt?
Charmander.
Okay, Haley.
I can't remember the first time I did it. Very first time, I kept nicking my brother's Game Boy Color. And I kept playing, and I couldn't save it, I think.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember who you picked?
No, I don't. Probably Ward, probably Squirtle.
Yeah.
The first time.
I picked Bulbasaur first time.
I picked Bulbasaur like a second time just because it seemed like a more sensible option.
He's the one to
With the
easiest
first
to get
one
through.
being the gym.
Yeah, he's the easiest one to get through the first two bosses, two gyms. But yeah, I always ended up with Bulbasaur. I don't know why.
I always kept going for Squirtle, but then I would always troll. What was that forest called?
Meridian Forest.
Meridian Forest. And I would always find a Pikachu and then train that up. And then that would get me through the second gym.
Yeah.
They do
That's pretty
say
much what
that
I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you're playing now, aren't you, Matt?
I'm playing Fire Red, at the moment.
Cool. So you'll, you said that in the last episode. I was listening. There you go, guys. So you do know.
Really?
So there you are.
To know that you were around.
Yes, that's it.
they actually put Pokemon in a level of difficulty from easy, normal to hard. They do it by Bulbasaur is easy. Squirtle is normal, and then Charmander is hard mode.
Oh yeah, you got to deal with rock and then water Pokemon. That's just
exactly.
you've just given up a
That's
lot.
really weird. I always found Charmander to be really fucking OP.
Well, if you
Really?
put the time into him, I imagine, yeah. But the first two gyms are going to be really hard, no matter which way you go about.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
But it depends what other Pokemon you bring with you, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole point. You can't rely on him, and that's what makes it harder.
Yeah.
It then makes for that really long grind because you've got to get the rest, because you can't rely on your first choice, and by the time you get to the first gym, he's going to be your strongest Pokemon, but he's no good at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't. Part of the beauty of Pokemon is that grind.
Building up that team from nothing, and just having all these.
The story itself is very loose, and that in itself
That's
the
the story?
grind. Well, that's the point. The story is the grind is the story.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the story is more you building a connection up with your 6th team. I always kept the first I'd only switch out maybe my 6th one if I wanted a different one. But I always found that when on my first time playing through, it was often the first few that I captured. I always had a Pidgeot at the very end. And I didn't have a Rattata because I just didn't like how they looked. But a lot of the opening ones were the ones I stayed with.
Yeah.
And went along those ways. But yeah, like, did you guys nickname yours?
Oh yes. I always remember my Pikachu because I always named him Sparky because apparently I'm creative.
Yeah.
I used to, and now I try to name them after iconic characters like Marvel superheroes. So I'd name my Pikachu Storm. And, I don't know, what else did I do?
So what did I nickname my Squirtle? I never remember.
You should call Steelix Iron Man. There you are. That's it.
I named my Drowsy Dynamo.
Oh yeah.
After the magician guy on TV that I saw.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, cool. Why? Because Dynamo always looks like almost half asleep sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I fucking love the bloke. He's just always so spacey when he walks up to people. It's like, all right, magic, bitch.
He's been smoking a bit of magic before his shows, I imagine. And that's probably what it is.
That's how he does his tricks. He just gets everyone else stoned, and even when you're watching the show, you get a contact high just from watching it. He just can just do whatever.
Yeah,
because he breaks physics. I don't care how he does it. He breaks physics.
He uses a cheat code on life, man. That's what he does.
It's really good. I will say that for
down, start, select B. Break physics.
So what is the latest game? Like, I don't mean like obviously Matt's playing Fire Red, but I don't mean that. What is the latest generation you guys have played?
The newest one,
the
X and Y.
Generation is as far as I get. I mean, I've looked at some of the others, and I just instantly throw my hands up and go, "Nope, I want none of this."
I think I could agree in sort of like Johto second generation is probably the furthest.
That's as far as I've got. That's as far as I'll go.
See, I'm a trooper. I went all the way up to Pokemon Black, but I just couldn't do it. It's just so annoying. The rival guy is just such a whiner and a pansy. Getting those words mixed up.
I was going to say, don't sugarcoat it. That's it. You
because
almost called him a wanker.
I was going to say wansy actually, which is a combination of a whiner and a pansy.
And a wanker.
Yeah, all in the same
and
one.
There you go.
Wanza, new insult here on the Kitten page. You heard it here first.
So the one that I've played the most of recently is Black and White, but Chris, I didn't even realise that you had actually played the new generation.
Yeah, I have played all of them.
Oh wow!
All of them.
Yeah, I have played all of them, apart from the new like Super Saiyan versions they're coming out with now.
Yeah.
Like, because that is essentially what it is. Your Pokemon gets like a special like Power Stone, and they go fucking Super Saiyan, and they become ridiculously OP.
They're the Mega Evolutions, aren't they?
Yeah, Mega Evolutions.
Yeah.
And
what?
Yeah,
Mega
Evolutions. Yeah, Mega Evolutions. They've started doing it in the TV series a bit now as well. In the new Black and White TV series, sometimes you will come across Mega Evolution Pokemon. It's like this little watch thing, and you put a stone in it. You give your Pokemon the corresponding stone, and they can Mega Evolve, and they get like a new character skin. They become ridiculously OP. Like they get mega attacks, which are fucking ridiculously powerful. And when the gym leaders have these fuckers, and the fucking Elite Four have these fuckers, it like one of the Mega Evolves, and you're just like, oh shit, where's my Mega Evolve Pokemon? I need to that's the only thing that will survive.
They did that a lot in the Origin series. A lot of it is about like he Mega Evolved Charizard, and it's like pretty much them on steroids. If that's probably the best word for it. They just like it's Charizard, but with all this extra stuff going on, he just looks even more badass.
It's Super Saiyan mode.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
What game is that then?
X and Y.
Oh right, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, didn't they kind of already do that in Digimon? The kind of what people argue the rip-off of Pokemon.
Yeah,
when Digimon and Pokemon actually came out around about the same time. Neither one is a rip-off of the other.
I don't know. I remember Digimon coming out a lot, hearing about Digimon a lot later, and I just
that's because Digimon got less
just ripping off about good trying.
That's what a lot of people say.
No, Digimon was better. Digimon wasn't as marketed as well as Pokemon. Pokemon got better marketing and managed to get decent funding. That's why it came out first. They actually both appeared around about the same time.
Had the Nintendo bandwagon behind them, man. They had a lot of money, and like I said, they did the
Yeah,
triple hit. Digimon had the show, and then everything else kind of came after that. But
They had cards as well, didn't they?
yeah,
Oh my
but
God.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
they're always tailing behind Pokemon. As soon as Pokemon had that stranglehold on the demographic,
Of the children.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they did. It was kiddie crack. I think that's probably the best way to
It
say
really was. I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was an addiction getting those
You
cards.
remember getting all those cards? You remember just fighting for all those cards? Whenever someone had a very rare card, everyone would crowd around them and just be like, my God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
if you've got like a
Cards,
shiny
Tom?
Charizard.
Oh, yeah, we were allowed cards.
Bam!
Yeah.
Does anyone remember their first shiny card?
My first shiny
God.
was a Blastoise.
Ninetales.
I don't remember. I'd say-
I don't
Crap.
remember.
Well, your
I
first
think I,
shiny.
I swear I had a shiny Starmie, but I can't remember what my first was.
Starmie. I didn't realise Starmie came in shinies.
You can.
Yeah.
I think all of them are
Uh,
somewhat available.
Final, I think his final evolutionary
Yeah.
level is allowed to be shiny.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be like the the really badass ones, not...
No, you can get. I think the majority of them you can.
No, I
Stop
don't...
making me pretty badass, all right?
Starmie can actually be pretty OP if you build him right.
Or like,
I'm currently
I'm talking
really
about
struggling
card
to
fights, not
beat.
games.
I was gonna say I'm really struggling to beat Starmie at the moment because I am at Misty's gym and Starmie keeps dicking me.
Oh yeah, I do remember it.
with its
Starmie.
multiple
Do you
pointy
have-
ends.
Mm.
They had a Pikachu.
There's a little bit of
I have a
trivia.
Pikachu.
The name Pokemon was actually created by a small focus group of children in a sweet shop,
Oh really?
where the creators
Right.
actually bumped into some children and asked for the name, and they said Pokemon, like Pocket Monsters.
Yeah.
Mm.
So the name came from children. So it's
Yeah,
pretty.
I guess where else do you keep your Pokeballs?
Yeah, but see, this is what I find weird because, like, in Japan, it is called Pocket Monsters, right?
Yeah.
Over here, we call it Pokemon, but if you translate Pokemon back to Japanese, it's Pocket Monsters. So why did we not just call it Pocket Monsters?
Maybe it just didn't have the right sound bites.
Because it's not hip and shortened and slang and
Children don't have time for full words.
That's it.
Apparently, Japanese kids do.
Plus,
Yeah.
like just the term Pocket Monsters as well, I imagine, is quite easily ripped off by third-party people. Having Pokemon, having that as a brand, is a lot more viable in terms of merchandising. That's what I would say. Like,
Yeah.
and you can't really brand the word Pocket Monsters. People are gonna rip that off because it's very generic. So, like, having the actual name as Pokemon, especially in terms of merchandise, that way you can copyright that shit a lot easier, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So
Oh, is that
I
like
think
comes
it
from recently?
sounds better as well because like Pocket Monsters.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Po-
for something that sounds silly as well. So as a result, kids are more drawn to it anyway.
Yeah. That's it. Your favourite Pokemon that at very least, that you always want to try and get in your team.
Charizard.
Charizard.
Oh.
Gyarados.
Yes, Gyarados.
Is it the
Yeah.
red Gyarados though?
If you
Red.
can, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mine varies from Charizard or Nidoking.
Oh, Nidoking.
Yeah, Nido.
I always get in as like the moment a Nidoran male turns up, like catch that shit.
It's mine!
Yeah.
Mine is Raichu, the evolved Pikachu.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Raichu.
always really liked Raichu from the moment I saw everyone was all about Pikachu because obviously he was in the anime. I was like, no, I want the beefed up Pikachu. Give me Raichu any day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm literally I've got my Pikachu. He's up to like a level 21. I'm literally like I'm gonna get that fucker up so far. And
I'm
then
gonna get that
Just a really
stone.
powerful Pokemon that got overlooked quite a lot was Magma.
Yeah.
Oh,
Magma
yeah,
was overlooked,
Yeah, he got overlooked quite a lot, but he was like just as OP as Charizard.
What is he?
Yeah.
Is he the one with the flaming testicles on his head?
Yeah.
That's the one.
Oh yeah, there we go.
With the puffed out duck lips.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, of course, he's
Like
they're
the-
flaming
the-
nuts.
like the inventor of Duckface.
Yes, there we go. Magmar, there we are. In fact, on my black and white playthrough, I had Magmar. He was one of my top 6. So there you go.
Nice.
Stupidest Pokemon. I'm so looking forward to talk about this.
Oh.
Here are my 3. I'm really excited to talk about them. Right? I'm guessing the first one is one that you've all got, which is all 3 evolutions of Vanillite, the ice cream
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Something like that.
All 3 of those. All of those. And all of the colours they come in as well, because you can actually get those ones.
What?
Quite a few of the quite a few of the Pokemon in X and Y, especially the flower ones and a few of the other ones. you can get in different colours depending on where and when you catch them.
Oh no! You
Which
get
is
a
just-
strawberry vanillite or something. Like,
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, you get like strawberry, vanilla, chocolate. With the flower ones, you could actually build like kind of a little bouquet, which I'm sad to say I actually did. I built a bouquet of these flower Pokemon in my top 6, and I had like one of every colour. I was just like, yeah.
I'm guessing by having one
pretty.
of every
I've got
colour,
a-
you then had like they each had different abilities. Like
Oh no, they're all
red
the same
one was-
abilities, they're just different colours.
Oh, what? That's not.
Sucks.
That doesn't even justify it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, so yeah, and like, isn't like the final evolution basically just a double scoop of? I'm sure I haven't seen the final evolution picture.
Essentially, yeah. Sort of like
I
if you
think
went,
so, yeah.
if you went up to like the ice cream man and asked for like a deluxe, and you know they sort of like where the cone has like the 2 pods at the side.
Oh yeah,
It's like that.
Deluxe
I
vanilla.
really want some ice cream right now.
They should have gone for like a 3-1. Yeah, they should have gone for like a 3-1 and done like a Neapolitan.
Or a Mr. Whippy at the end. That's his
That's
final
it.
bit. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, and the
the
Pokemon
final
uses the-
evolution, it has
Yeah.
a 99 and sprinkles.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and if you Mega Evolve it, it uses the flake as a weapon.
Yeah. See, come on.
Maybe they were hoping to turn children lactose intolerant
Yeah.
Give them diabetes.
by not wanting to kill a lovely innocent ice cream by
Yeah.
eating it.
I
Yeah.
can't eat this ice cream. It's like my Pokemon.
No, I
Shut up,
took a
Tyler.
Charizard against
With
them
the
and
ice
just
cream.
Charizarded it to death.
Yes, yeah, of course. Here's another one, right? I like the thing I think is so funny about this is that his name is literal, and I think it's really a really derpy name. Girder.
Good.
Basically,
Girder.
it's a random sort of like humanoid-looking Pokemon holding a girder.
What? Are you kidding?
Have you seen its pre-evolution? Have you seen the evolution? The Pokemon
Yeah.
that it evolves from called Timber.
Yeah, and he's got a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
god. Oh my god.
Girder.
Hang
I
on,
picture that
I'm on
right
it.
now, and it's just like, no, Matt actually showed this one, and I found this one. This is the most worst Pokemon, Klefki. Do you know what it is?
It's a key.
Yeah.
Set of keys, yeah.
You just gotta wonder, at what point did the people actually, with creative influence, run out of ideas? It's just like, what else can we do? I've got keys in my pocket. I can do these, and it's just like,
I've got a rubber on the end of my pencil. Let's make that a Pokemon.
I mean, is this similar to like Slurpuff, who looks like a terrible mix of like a muffin and a Slurpee?
Yeah. I've got a feeling they were like really under pressure to like kind of fill their quota for new Pokemons. They just like
Especially when they're pressed.
the keys.
yeah, but they left it
ice cream.
literally to the last half hour.
I
Yeah.
guess they ran out of children's scribbles.
Yeah, it must have been. My last on my pick, anyway, and then you guys can have yours, is Trubbish, the trash bag Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
god, I think I found the assault call for that one, which is
Yeah.
Garboda,
Yeah.
which is literally a pile of garbage.
Yes, it literally is just garbage.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Like,
Why did you
Oh, I found a new one.
Oh, go on, tell us.
Oh, I don't like this.
Okay.
Chandelier.
Oh, the
Oh, I
chandelier.
saw
Oh, the
Yeah,
chandelier. Oh my god.
So it's evolved from the lampent. I was like, oh, and the Litwick. It's a candle, a lantern, and a full chandelier. Oh dear.
Let's just literally see
Fucking love
it. It looks like one of those talking things from Beauty and the Beast if it was directed by Tim fucking Burton.
Yeah.
I still haven't found Girder. I'm genuinely
Girder.
Girder.
It just sounds like a derpy name. That's what I find. Girder.
G-U-R-D-U-R-R.
Is
So
it Girder?
Yeah, Girder.
Hodor. Sounds exactly like Hodor, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Have you heard it actually talk in the TV series? It does sound slightly derpy. They've tried to make it sound like really deep and badass, but it just goes, Girder.
Girder, come here. I've got something for you to lift. Girder.
Like, Girder,
That's
just
the
go
solid
sit in a
keyword.
corner and try not to
Oh, there it is.
You found it. There we go.
I'm trying to decide on this one. I can't decide if I like it or hate it. It's Herdia, which is basically a Scottish Terrier in a cape.
Oh yeah, I had that in my black and white playthrough. He's alright.
Part of me wants to hate it because it's just like basically you ripped off a Scottish Terrier, blah blah. But then again, it's better than Girder,
Girder.
and Chandelier, or Ice Cream Cone, or whatever the hell
cream
they're
cone.
called.
There was actually another one of like a really cute psychic ghost Pokemon that looks like he has a pair of testicles on him, but I can't remember his name. But he does look like he's got the perfect roundest balls that you could ever find. He's placed them right on where his chin should be. I can't remember his name, but is there any like silly Pokemon we can remember from the original? I guess like Drowsy and stuff like that is
Slowpoke.
Slowpoke, yeah.
Tangler.
Oh, Tangler was
Is
weird.
one I-
Oh yeah.
What about
The
Polygon?
hentai Pokemon.
Or
Polygon. Oh, that was
Yeah,
brilliant.
Polygon's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, he's the subject of probably their biggest ever controversy, but we'll get to that later.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, so which one do you hate?
I'm quite a fan of the originals, to be honest. The original 149.
Yeah.
151.
Yeah, but that's including Mew and Mewtwo.
They count.
Yeah, you can
They
still
count.
catch them in the first generation, I guess.
They're god Pokemon, that's what they are.
You can get Mewtwo in the
Like,
first.
as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned, there's still only 3 evolutions of Eevee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
no,
don't know,
there's like
I think
hundreds, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
there's
like
masses of
16
them.
or something.
The one that's really bugged me for so long, ever since Ruby and Sapphire, is Love Disc.
Love
Wow,
this.
it's
Oh my
good.
It's
god.
so
yeah.
lazy.
I'm sorry, but that sounds like a cheap name for Rohypnol.
Here, takes up my love disc.
I'm here to buy some love discs.
Better than Death Sticks.
Yeah.
You want to buy some love sticks? You don't want to sell me love
Don't
sticks.
wanna sell
I
me-
don't want to sell you love sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life. I want to go home and rethink my life.
You don't want to create love disc. I don't want to create love.
Love this.
I mean, it's not even spelled right. It's spelled Luvdisc.
Wait,
So that
that
always gets on my nerves, okay, as a writer. But it's just LUV. I'm sorry, are you appealing to the tweens? What
Yeah.
are you doing?
The text speakers.
But it's literally a pale pink heart-shaped fish. Has no evolutionary benefits. Is weak as anything. Has weak ass attacks, and it's just so annoying to look at and
It's
subjective.
so
and
you could say that you have no love for the love disc. Yeah.
Oh yeah! I wanted to point out one thing as well. Okay, this is really, really just listen to this. Gender ratio: you get 25% that you can encounter are male, and 75% are female.
Well, yeah, men leave some love discs too.
Yeah, I know, but it's just a shame it's not 50-50 or something closer to the mark.
No, I don't know. You get some species where you get more females than males.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think it's here for a purpose, considering it's called Love Disc and it's a pink heart.
You're being sexist, Haley. You're saying women can't have. You're saying men can't have pink hearts.
No, I'm saying that actually in this game the male ones are yellow, so there.
Oh
Why
really?
do men get yellow hearts?
Fair enough.
Exactly.
That's an indication of a liver problem, but still.
Say.
Has anyone got any other funny ones before we move on?
Of
Yeah,
the originals, you know the one I remember, Mr. Mime.
Oh
Oh,
god!
I
yeah.
never quite understood Mr. Mime or Jinx. Yeah,
That was just.
What's that, racism?
That's a racist lawsuit waiting to happen.
That's
that's
racist.
it. Someone's got blackface.
Yeah.
Well, let's all be honest, that's Popo's girlfriend.
Huh?
Popo,
Yeah.
check and see.
That's true.
Oh.
If you watch Dragon Ball Z Bridge, you'll actually see it's fantastic. She will literally come up and go, Jinx, Jinx. Popo turns to her and says, bitch, shut up!
Oh, Jinx. We're going to talk about that whole
To
controversy.
see Jinx screaming, Jinx, 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 shut up, bitch, you love it. Oh, what's Dragon Ball Z
There is
Bridge?
actually
There-
there is a mushroom
Wait.
Pokeball Pokemon.
Oh, there is, isn't there? Yeah.
Voltorb
Yeah.
and
Oh,
yeah.
Electrode.
Electrode, thank you.
Yeah.
No,
No, these are different ones. Yeah.
Humongous.
Oh.
Humongous. Or
Humongous.
Amoongus. Yeah.
But how can you do more Pokemon-style Pokemon when there's two already?
Yeah,
You
I
can.
know.
Because reasons.
Well, I did see this as well that really annoyed me. They basically ripped off Magikarp and Gyarados as well with another weak-as-shit fish-based Pokemon that evolves into a ridiculously powered sea serpent.
Yeah.
They
And-
ran out of ideas.
And it's just... Even if you run out of ideas, you don't copy the same ideas you have.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're just
It's
doing.
just some things you don't do.
Oh dear. There's so many of them. There's so many bad.
I'll
and
tell
like,
you what, Mawile is a fucking weird looking thing. That is an abomination.
What's it
What?
called?
Mawile. Mawile. It is messed up. It's like this little tiny cute looking thing with like this fuck off messed up jaw attached to it.
Or was it Shieldon? It is literally just a shield. I think
Yeah.
that's one of them as well.
Well, what about Honedge, which is basically a sword,
Yeah,
a floating sword that somehow evolves into a shield.
yeah. Just stupid. It's just, come
Just
on.
terrible.
And it's all coming in the last couple of generations, isn't it? This is where the
I literally just like, am I looking for silly ones? I'll start from Generation 6 and work back, shall I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still can't get over the
Really
fucking keys.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Mind you, there's this one here that I've seen that I can't make heads or tails with. Sigilith or something like that, which is, I can't even think to describe it. It's got like this little, it's a dreidel with forks coming out of every angle.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? And I'm never too sure how to use that one. It doesn't seem to
I'm
do
looking at
anything
it and I'm just like, it's
Well,
an
I
H-boy
found two
Pokemon.
ice types that I don't understand.
Yeah.
712 and 713, Bergmite and Avalug.
Oh, no.
And it's like
Berg.
it's iceberg. It looks like do you remember Ice Gems?
Yeah.
It looks like one of them.
Oh,
It's
no.
happy face and like an iceberg, like a proper berg. It's like, oh no.
Last couple, the Clink and Cling Clang, which is
I was
basically
just about to say Clink, actually. Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Sorry, I took that one away from you, Chris.
Yeah, fucking stupid, isn't it? I mean, I am actually on the Pokemon site, on the Explore Pokemon bit, just hitting the surprise me button and seeing what ridiculousness comes out. Fucking Gorgeist is a fucking, is a mutated fucking pumpkin. Frillish is a mutated jellyfish. Doublade is two cross swords. Fucking Silicoon is a fucking bloody rip-off of Metapod.
Yep.
Oh, Polygon.
What is-
Hello,
what-
Polygon.
What is
I'm
Clink?
really annoyed with Pangora. What the hell is Pangora?
Isn't that where
It's
Avatar
just
took place?
a gangly panther.
Oh my god, there is actually a Pokemon called Binacle, and it is a barnacle.
Oh, no.
Christ.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, seriously, it's like number
Oh yeah, it is.
688.
Yeah,
Look at it.
688. And Barbarnacle.
It's
Yeah.
Nurgle. It's Nurgle, which looks like some kind of tiny monkey with an artist hat and a tail, which looks exactly like a brush.
It paints with it, yeah.
Oh, look at Slurpuff. Slurpuff is fucking stupid.
What number?
Oh.
Coffagria.
Yeah,
It's basically a sarcophagus mixed with a coffin with spooky, scary ghosty goo hands coming out of it.
Oh, what is it? The evolution? I think of like no, one of them, like evolution of Ghastly, ends up looking like a vagina. I'm sure
Yeah.
it does.
Beg pardon?
It ends up looking like a vagina.
Yeah.
I'm not
Ghastly.
joking. I think no, it's one of them. It's like the little shell
Ghost
Pokemon,
Pokemon.
like, and it gets like the shell around it. I can't
Oh,
remember the name.
Sheldar. Or
Yeah,
Cloyster.
And like everyone like says
Oh,
that
yeah,
like it's
Cloyster.
like it ends up looking like a vagina. That's what
Cloyster,
loads of people
yeah.
say.
Doing that for you now, thank you.
And that was first gen as well.
With Slowbro in the TV series, it's funny you say that because Slowbro only comes about when the
Sheldar.
Shelder clamps
Bites a
onto
Slowpoke,
Slowpoke's tail, but then they evolve together.
But then Sheldar doesn't exactly look like Sheldar anymore. It looks like he turns from one of the those type of shells to a swirly shell.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Shell.
They change shells completely and utterly. And it's just,
Yeah. They go from a clam shell to a spiral shell.
there is one type of Pokemon from the original series which I don't like the look of. Polygon and Poliwhirl. Which
Oh
is basically
yeah.
a blanket space but with a swirl in the middle.
And it's don't they like hypnotize people or something? And they're like,
Yeah.
I think they can, yeah, which is fair enough, but it doesn't alter the fact that it's a lazy ass design.
Jeez, look at number 604.
604.
Yeah, Electros. That is weird looking.
I'm guessing it's a
Ooh, yeah.
All I can imagine is one of our listeners just bashing all these names because they want
I'm
to see.
really confused, yeah, because it's like the final evolved of a Tynamo, which literally looks like a sperm.
Yeah.
No.
I'll have to.
Tony, why are you saying no? Why are you questioning this? There's just...
What the hell is that?
Electros.
Oh my! It's,
What, the
What is
Tynamo?
this?
Dynamo, yeah.
The sperm Pokemon. What? Oh no.
oh, good gravy.
Like, I'm really confused by Clink, Clang, and Klinglang.
Yeah, you said Clink. What is that?
It's like
a
two
couple
little
of
gears.
gears.
Oh
Like
no.
And then Clang has another gear, and then
Legs.
Clink Clang has another gear.
It's basically just Pokemon's answer to the steampunk movement,
That's
which
it.
grossly offends me.
All right,
Well,
we could stay here talking about
Off.
we could stay here talking about bad Pokemon probably for the next 2 hours.
No, last one.
Okay, last one.
Shelmet, which is a shell-type Pokemon in a nice helmet.
It's basically some weird pink and green thing
Number?
shoved into what looks like a metal.
Oh, I don't know what number
helmet,
it is.
From the, is it like a
It doesn't say what number it is.
No, it doesn't say what number it is, but
It's literally just Shelmet.
I can imagine it looks as stupid as Excavalier.
Yeah, it probably does.
keep this buddies.
But let's move forward anyway. We've talked about probably about like 100 Pokemon that look horrible.
Yeah, it's quite funny going from like, what were your 3 stupid ones? I don't know, but let me list everything.
Yeah.
I mentioned before we even recorded Throw, and I never mentioned Throw, the judo one.
Yeah.
Oh, subtle.
Uniform, isn't it?
Very subtle.
Mm.
Okay, let's talk about Lavender Town from the original game.
Lavender
For
Town.
a kids game, man, this was scary. Let's talk about some of the other stuff that Lavender Town has. It has a part where someone that you're talking to says that you have like a ghostly hand on your shoulder. There's a lot of stuff about Pokemon death. There's actually a fan theory saying that you actually kill your rival's Raticate, and that's the reason why he's there, because that Raticate that he fights you with beforehand never comes up again. There's a few interesting fan theories. Do you guys know about the creepypasta around Lavender Town?
I do, yeah.
No.
These are some interesting ones, right? I'll go through some of them. First, one of them is Pokemon Black, which is the whole story is someone found this in this bootlegged copy of Pokemon Black. Essentially, what it does, and you can download the ROM now. You can play Pokemon Black. Is essentially a full.
Don't download ROM, kids, because piracy is bad.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Well, what it does basically, it gives you a Pokemon called Ghost, right? And it's just the Ghost that Ghost sprite that is actually in the game, right? And it has one move which I think is I can't remember the name, but basically it just kills everything in one hit. And at the end of the game, once you've done everything, you can play the entire game just with this one Pokemon. Obviously, it's hugely overpowered Pokemon. And at the end of the game, once you've defeated everyone, you've gone through the league, you've defeated everyone, you actually have a fight with the Pokemon, and it kills you, and it erases the save data.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's the other creepypasta as well, but the song of it, it's very creepy song when you go into
Yes.
town. They said that there's a lot of rumours going, this obviously isn't true, but there's a lot of rumours, creepypasta and stuff about the high notes in it. If people were listening with headphones, it would make kids commit suicide. So,
Wow.
Yeah, but they said, what was that other bootleg one that your Pokemon don't faint, they die? That's apparently a load of Japanese kids played. Is it Black? No, is it Black?
No, I think that might be a slightly different.
It's a slightly different one, but yeah, all your Pokemon die, and some Japanese kids played it, and they got really, really sick after they played it.
Oh wow. Okay. I haven't heard of that one. I heard of the Pokemon Black.
There is one which hijacks your system.
Oh god, that's
Like,
freaky.
you think you're just going into Lavender Town normal, but it gets slowly more and more messed up. The screen starts to flicker.
I've seen it actually. I have seen that. Yeah.
That is fucked up.
Basically, you can't get out of it once you're in there, and there's like really long corridors that get really creepy, and you see like lots of like gravestones and shit. Yeah, it's freaky as hell. It really is.
Wow.
But yeah, Lavender Town is a lot of that. A lot of that stuff. Pretty much the most creepypasta to come out about Pokemon is about Lavender Town, and rightfully so, because it's a creepy ass place.
I can never. I just hate that music.
Do you know, I think the most I've ever shouted at the kid, where Tom and I used to volunteer at the youth club, the most I ever shouted at the kids was for when they would play the Lavender Town music.
Oh yeah.
Just to piss us off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would scream at them to turn it
Don't
off.
you ever play that in my presence again.
Yeah.
So
Vietnam flashbacks.
It's so bad.
Suddenly you see that twitch in the eye, and it's just like, oh shit, she's about to go. Turn it off now.
Well, just telling the creepypasta about kids committing suicide. That point might get you in trouble though, but still. So that's all my notes about the actual.
Oh god, man!
What the fuck was that? No.
Turn that off, man!
Kill John Lennon. Kill John Lennon.
Kill Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
Kill Ronald Reagan. Oh wait, I'm back.
Yeah.
What? Where am I? Why have I got this gun in my hand?
All right, let's talk about
Sorry,
the.
I had to.
Yeah.
Oh, that was messed up, dude. That caught me completely off guard. I was like, it's got them Vietnamese flashbacks.
Started screaming. Oh,
All right.
thank you so much.
Let's talk about the anime for a little bit. Were we all fans of the anime? I was. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. I do distinctly remember sort of coming back from school and sort of like watching Pokemon and doing homework. Well,
Yeah. It would actually start off in the morning on Toonami, and I would always try and watch it, but it would always finish just when I had to literally bolt out the door and run to school.
Yeah.
so do I have the time? Not really, but fuck it.
I can't leave now. The episode's almost over.
That's it.
How am I supposed to know if Pikachu manages to get to the Pokemon Center or something like that? Yeah. There's a few interesting controversies about. Most of it is actually about the anime, and we're going to get into that afterwards. But what was the kind of stuff that you liked about the anime that kind of drew you to that? Not the same thing as the game, obviously, because the game kind of gets you in a different way. What was the main things that you liked about the anime?
I think it was definitely the intro song.
Yeah, the intro song.
Yeah.
I want to be the very best.
Like no one ever was. Yeah.
Do.
Let's save the singing for the end. We can all do a song.
Yeah, that's an idea. Let's just do a sing through of the entirety of its song.
Power
just at the end of logging off. All right.
Poker rap.
A poker rap.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu! It was actually Staryu, and I just kept screaming out, for fuck's sake. They actually did trick you at one point, because you see the round one, I just screamed out, it's full turbo electro. Then it's like, no, it's Jigglypuff from above.
Yeah, top down. Check.
Sons of bitches, you tricked me. Naught but lies.
Did you guys manage to catch the entire season? The entire first season?
I believe so.
Dude, it's on Netflix. Go watch.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. I was watching it.
Yeah,
What am I doing with my time right now?
That's it. Why am I recording this?
Here's the real
Excuse me, I've
question.
got things to do. I'll see you in a month.
Yeah.
Here's the
They
real
did
question,
that song
though.
afterwards, didn't they?
The
Yeah,
what?
they did. They changed the intros after a while, and in the later series, it's just like I'm gonna be adequate. I'm gonna be normal. In the first one, it's just like I'm gonna be the best damn poker master you will ever see.
Yeah.
And in the later series, it's just like, I'll do what I can. And it's just like, for fuck's sake, Ash, grow up.
He just slowly gets depressed as he goes, I'm probably not going to do anything this season. I'm probably just
Of
going
course
to sit
not,
and...
Ash. You've been 10 for how many
Can't be
years?
bothered.
So I was actually 10 around that time, or between ages of 8 and 10, and I remember thinking, how does he change his underwear? Where does he go to have a shower? I didn't understand camping at this point. Okay, I've never been camping. I never will.
Because bugs.
Still, his mother says, "Have you got clean underwear?" Yeah. What? Just one pair? Because you've got a tiny bag when you make. You're going off for God knows how long. Also, what about school books?
Yeah, but that's why you
Like,
carry
who needs
Pokemon. They do all
school
that
when I
stuff
could
for
be a
them.
Pokemon master?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I became a Pokemon master and in school.
I've got to ask. In a Pokemon world, what happened to people who just generally didn't care about the whole Pokemon thing? We never see anyone like that, do we?
Mm.
Yeah, it's like, where's your Pokemon? I don't have one.
What?
I think it's because it's
Like, what happened to what happened to all the people protesting? It's like, Pokemon in bars is like animal cruelty.
I think Peter were literally just exiled to a separate island or just routinely rounded up and executed.
Yeah, maybe that's what happens. Maybe anyone who speaks out against it is quietly dealt with.
Yeah.
I think though that Peter didn't have much of a leg to stand on, considering the entirety of a lot of the storyline in all of the Pokemons is about how to build up a loving connection between you and your Pokemon, and the evil guys are the ones that want to sell them and make them fight and won't heal them and stuff like that, and do the animal.
What do you mean make them fight? Ash is always like, let's duel.
Yeah.
Let's duel. I'm suddenly just jumped to.
Fight for my honor.
That's it.
Yeah. Big G's always like, fuck you, dude, you fucking fight. That's why he shocks Ash so much, because every time he does it, he goes, how does it feel, you bastard?
And the laziest Charizard of all time.
Raptor do Pokemon. It's just literally just Bulbasaur and Pikachu fighting each other. Bulbasaur eventually gets Pikachu with a solar bear, and he's just like, fuck my knee! Fuck my knee!
Yeah, I
Bulbasaur's
saw
just
that.
like, oh shit, man, I'm sorry! You're sorry! Why didn't you just walk away, you asshole? I'm fucking hurt!
It's like my favourite video, like, sort of going on, like, on a YouTube sort of bend, where there's like, Like Dorkley does one. And it's like a proper crippled, handicapped Marowak.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, here he is to finish off the job. You could have just fucking killed me, but no. And it's just like, oh, dude, I feel sorry. Like Marowak uses guilt, and it's like, no, I'll manage just fine.
It's super effective.
Yeah.
Or the other one they had was like, oh, the Pokemon trainer forces his Voltorb to explode. The Voltorb's like, can I at least call my family first? No, no, you do exactly what I tell you to do. Goodbye, sweet
right now.
Oh, that's good stuff. Dorkly are always good with their Pokemon stuff. Here's the thing though. Did you guys carry on watching after season 1? Did you get the?
I start a little bit of Johto.
I did.
Yeah.
I did a bit.
Because they had a good intro song as well.
Yeah.
It's brand new place with a brand new attitude, but you still gotta catch them all.
I like seeing my character on TV.
You had a character. What?
No, you know the character that you play, because you had May and the other guy that I never played, so I don't remember. So, because Ash is his own character, and you don't really play him in the original games. He's not designated Ash.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that other Pokemon anime that where it was red and blue.
Yeah, the Origin one. Yeah.
Oh right, I did not. I didn't know about that anime series.
Oh, it is
I was just sitting
brilliant.
there thinking, when the hell did you get into Pokemon?
Me?
Yeah, as in when were you a character? She's sitting in the background, just behind Ash, Misty, and Brock. Just
Like, I've been here the whole time.
Look, if I was in the Pokemon world, Ash wouldn't have a chance. That's all I'm saying.
Oh wow.
Take his ass out.
just imagine Ash saying something. You just come on to say the adults are talking and just bitch slap him.
Bitch,
You,
please.
you'd make him soil his only clean underwear. There you go.
Go back to mummy.
Who did actually watch the Origin series?
No.
I did.
I didn't.
Which was the Origin series?
It basically is a 4-episode mini-series, and it follows very closely to the story of the original game.
All right.
Ah.
It is fantastic. It is
I'm gonna have to
brilliant.
give that a gander.
And the story, like, it's kind of funny because talking about the Charizard that won't obey Ash. Obviously, like in this one, he chooses Charizard because it's a reenactment of Fire Red. So like, he does pick Charmander, and obviously, you know, it's the rise, and him and his Charizard do actually get on. But like, it goes into a lot, and it actually kind of brings in like this stuff about the Mega Evolutions into the end of this one as well. But it has like the stuff in Lavender Town. There's an episode in Lavender Town about all that stuff, about going against Team Rocket, going against Giovanni, you know, because he's the boss of Team Rocket.
Yeah.
I would heavily recommend it. It's brilliant, the Origin series, and it'll give you nostalgia, man. It really will. And it's got Brock, a different Brock, yeah, because Brock is obviously, you know,
Misty as well, because they were the first 2 gym leaders, weren't they?
well, you don't see much of Misty because it skips over, as I said, it's only 4 episodes, so it skips over large portions of the story, and Misty is one of them. But there is a lot of Brock in it, and he's a lot different than he is in the actual original Ash Ketchum series.
That makes sense because they released a Pokemon Yellow, which follows the TV series more closely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have like a Pikachu follow you the whole time.
I still remember that. Just like there's one Pokemon left. You come in, it's just like, oh, well, my grandson's not here. I guess you can have it. Gary comes in, punches you in the face and say, no, this is mine.
Dick bag.
I want this Pokemon. Shove. It's mine now. It belongs to me.
Here's a question. Oh no, we already know this because you said this the last time, Haley, that you've named your rival various evil things.
Yeah.
Who hasn't?
The maturity of a woman your age.
Well, I mean, I've got screenshots that I have pop up on my desktop every so often, say with Oak saying, "Oh hell, what was I doing?"
I think your favourite one was "fuck me," wasn't it?
Fuck me, where have you been?
You can have one in a minute. Fuck me, Jesus.
Fuck me, we're going to battle. Yeah, it's like what? Good stuff.
I'll be honest, I got the idea from my brother though, who did the fuck me ones, and I was a little bit, I'll be different and do something different. I was like, oh hell.
Oh, good stuff. But I would heavily recommend the Origin series to you guys. Honestly, it's really
Fair enough. Did anyone watch any of the movies?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw the first one. I didn't see any others.
Saw the first one because that was the time.
Yeah.
Everyone watched the first one.
My brother's got them all in his room.
Oh.
I got a special edition poker card because I watched the movie, so of course I went and see
Is
it.
it the Dragonite one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Dragonite.
Yeah, I got
It
the Dragonite Pokemon.
When I went to go see, I can't remember which one. It might have been the first one, actually. You got a special ancient Mew card.
Oh, I never got that.
There were a lot of different cards. There was the Mewtwo one, there was the Dragonite one, and then there was the Mew one.
Yeah.
My little brother got the Mewtwo one, and I got a watch.
No, it was a special edition one. It was all in ancient writing, and I think it was around it might have been the Johto League time, so it might be a different one, but with Mew involved again.
Yeah.
Sure.
I liked the first movie, but I think by the time the second one came out, I think the phase had already gone.
Yeah.
I think we'd grown up by that point.
Yeah.
When the
Yet
world
I'm saying that, and at 26, I'm playing Fire Red on my phone. But...
I don't know. It comes back around, doesn't it?
It's really annoying in the second one because it's like, and the world will turn to ash. Oh, maybe literally. Ash. Like you. Well, fucking convenience.
Mind the pun. Oh,
Yeah.
They've made a lot of movies now. I think they've got like at least 7 movies they've made.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, my problem is I actually, like, you were saying, like, has anyone seen any of the sort of, like, newer shows? But the worst part is, I kind of have. And, like, they've got some where it's like, it's no longer just like a straight battle. It's like, oh, if I make my fire-type Pokemon, like, do a flamethrower attack, and if I get my lightning-type Pokemon to do a lovely swirl corkscrew double helix around it, it looks so amazing. And it's essentially like a 2-on-2, almost who can make the prettiest attack.
Okay.
That sounds pretty awesome, but you can't do that in games.
You can do that.
Yeah,
You can do that. You can do that in black and white.
You can do that in the
2v2s.
later
You
games.
can put 2 Pokemon on one. That is just...
Yes, you can. No, you can do 2 Pokemon 2v2, but you can't combine attacks like that.
Oh,
can you?
yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
I don't know. I just talking about using 2 Pokemon on one. That's just like, dude.
No, it's
how-
2v2.
It's 2-on-2.
2v2.
Oh, that's all right then. That's all right.
Like, so
That's
you've
all right.
got like the 2 twin girls who do it, or like the loving couples who just want to punch in their faces because they're so sickeningly lovey-dovey.
Basically, just they morphed into one entity.
Anyway, yeah.
Not like us.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounded bitter,
I'm
Hayley.
gonna win this battle for you. I'm gonna fuck up your day, mate. So bad.
I love it when you do that in the game and actually, like, because like you say, some of them are really lovey-dovey and you beat them and then suddenly they break out into an argument with each other. It's like, whoops, I just broke up a relationship by beating them in a Pokemon battle. Oh well.
I'll teach you for being so happy.
I destroy couples wherever I go. Best superpower ever. That's a fact.
That's it. Let's talk about some of the controversies. I'm so excited to talk about the controversies. And one of them we already talked about a little bit, the Jinx controversy. Now, the controversy going around this is that Jinx originally has a black face with purple lips, and this many.
Lips.
Sorry.
Big purple lips.
Big, yeah, massive. And a lot saw this as a reference to an incredibly racist act many, many years ago called blackface. And if you type in Google blackface, you will see literally the face of Jinx, because they are astonishingly
In fact, I think if you actually look through the Google images, you may even just find a picture of Jinx.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously it's now been changed. Now she has like a purple face. Her lips have been changed somewhat.
Yeah, she's
purple now.
Yeah.
No, you can't change Jinx.
Yeah, she's been changed.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. She's been changed for a while now.
Oh.
So
In fact, I think she's gone. I think she's been sort of purple skinned for like 4 seasons now.
yeah, it's a very long time.
I
have to admit, she still freaks me out just looking at her.
Yeah.
Jinx, Jinx, Jinx.
Oh god.
To me, she just sounds like the Celine Dion Pokemon. I just don't know why.
And, well, looking like the Nicki Minaj Pokemon.
Nicki Minaj. That's what everyone calls her now, the Nicki Minaj Pokemon, isn't it? And I'm quite right. Quite right. There we are. Banned episodes of the anime. Oh my god. There's one in particular. I don't know if you guys heard about this. There's an anime episode where it's actually on the original series.
Yeah.
Where it's all on like a beach, and they've run out of money, so they have to make Misty appear in like a swimsuit contest.
Yes. Are you referring to where you get James from Team Rocket dressed? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god! Yeah, I've seen pictures of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
James
and he gets like a full set of like overemphasized anime tits and everything.
Yeah, he gets the biggest pair of breasts that are in the entire anime.
Yeah. And they're bigger than Jess's in
mean,
that one as well, aren't they?
Oh, James says beautiful knockers.
He says apparently in the translation, The Japanese one is just really bonkers. It's something like, I could use these to float or something like that. It's like, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
I can't float this.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry. He inflates the breasts. I forgot about that. Yeah, he inflates his breasts. And it's like a bit random because suddenly this guy's just got like a pair of massive tits.
It's literally just like someone took James's head and put them on this swimsuit model.
Yes.
Yeah, essentially.
It is absolutely bonkers. It's really weird. There's another banned episode as well where, for some reason, in one of the episodes where they're going through like the Safari Zone, the guy at the area decides he's going to get his Magnum gun, which, you know, in the whole of the Pokemon series is nothing about guns, but he repeatedly points it directly at Ash Ketchum's face.
Right.
And there's a lot of stuff to do with guns and shooting, and you can imagine for a kids' TV show, probably isn't the best, you know. So that was banned. There's a few others as well. The other one that was banned is probably the one that got him into the most trouble. A episode that sent hundreds of Japanese children to the hospital with savage seizures. This is no lie. It actually sent kids to the hospital. Got the episode permanently banned. You can't view it anymore.
Not even on YouTube.
Not even.
I haven't been able to find it.
The Electric Soldier Porygon, and it's an episode where they essentially go into like the internet, and they there's a scene in it where Pikachu uses his like Thunderbolt attack at like this like internet sort of thing, and it makes a very vivid, very quick flash of very like blue, green, red, lots of these really bright colours.
Actually, I did find a video where they were like, oh, this is how bad it is, and what they actually did was they slowed the footage.
Yeah, and it still gives you like a little mini
and
headache.
even then, yeah, I was still getting a headache, and I'm just like, and it's like, and this is 10 times slower than when it was aired, and I'm like, no fucking wonder kids went in the hospital, like their brain must have exploded.
Yeah.
Like, because it was just...
Simpsons referenced this, didn't they, when they went over to Japan, didn't they?
Yes.
It was this?
The Simpsons, they had an episode
Yeah.
Japan, and
Homer's completely unaffected.
Yeah.
He joined in. He just joined in.
He just joined in.
Yeah,
He had this
before
massive
making
flashing
noises.
bar, just eyes swell up, and he's just...
Shit,
Oh
man.
Christ! Haley's just shown it, and now I've got that's actually burned images into my retina.
Isn't it? Yeah. Don't. I wouldn't recommend anyone to watch it because obviously it was banned for a very serious reason.
I'm looking at it now. I'm not too bad. Although I suppose
Is
it's
it
just...
the full
It's
speed
ridiculously
one?
slowed, though.
No, it's not. It's not. It's honestly not.
Okay, so this is regular speed.
It's
Hang
regular.
on. No.
It's not. It's yeah. Okay.
Imagine the
the
kids pressing up their head against the TV because they're so excited for their new episode of Pokemon, and suddenly that happens.
Yeah.
Their brain gets
no,
fried.
that has.
That's
that
definitely
has
done something
affected
to my eyes.
actually.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. So
You know
yeah.
what I just did.
We've done it for you, kids.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
don't do it. Drugs are bad, okay, and so is this episode, so don't do it.
There's a point. If you want to do drugs, just watch that. Just go and find that clip.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs.
That's exactly what drugs are like,
Yeah.
kids.
Some of the other controversies, I don't know if you guys have realised this, is actually a great channel on YouTube, Jay Witz. He's pretty much the leading YouTuber on Pokemon. He has like millions of views on his stuff. One of the things that he does on there, a really good set of videos, are the creepy Pokedex entries. Multiple references. I don't know if you actually look at the Pokedex entries, but there's multiple references in there to child abductions, child killings, sucking life juices out of people, and tormenting children and stealing their dreams.
Yeah.
Beg pardon?
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff to do with doing bad things to kids.
Well, you mentioned you're drowsy, didn't you, Haley? Yeah, read the Pokedex entry on that.
It's like they have different Pokedex entries on each of the generations. One of them is like luring children away from their families, and they're never seen again. And like the parasite is like it sucks the life juices out of the of its opponents and stuff like that. Or like what was it? You know the Pokemon that's got like the two drills on its head. The thing for that is like it rips its opponents clean in half. It's like, what? This is supposed to be a kid's game.
It gets pretty graphic, yeah.
Yeah.
One of them is like kind of there's like a stump Pokemon, which is like the spirit of a child that got lost in the forest.
Yeah.
And died. It's
Wow.
like wow. Yeah, there's some pretty fucked up shit.
Yeah. A lot of the bug Pokemon, there's several references to them like constricting their enemies and sucking them to death, and it's like,
Oh yeah, that's
what?
true.
Yeah, but that's bugs. Bugs do that. Bugs do a lot worse things than that.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of very vivid, very graphic stuff in the Pokedex.
Oh yeah. Puts Pokedex red and blue, drowsy, puts enemies to sleep and eats their dreams. Occasionally gets sick from eating bad dreams.
Yeah, but I think in the other generations it gets more graphic. Like they have different ones for each one. I would heavily recommend watching Jay Witz's videos. He's got like 3 of them where he goes through all the creepy ones, and there's some of them.
It's also where you can see banned episodes.
Sorry, I just got to read this one out from Silver. Drowsy, it remembers every dream it eats. It rarely eats the dreams of adults because children's are much tastier.
Yeah, isn't it? Creepy as fuck. There's multiple references to child, a lot of stuff to do with children. It's really random. I just really off. The last 2 bits of controversies are bits that actually, funny enough, from other people. Their views on Pokemon. Some extremist Christians have called Pokemon a massive reference to sadism.
Oh, of course they do.
They
do that for everything, don't they?
To what?
Satanism.
Yeah.
They do that for Star Wars, though, for God's sake.
Yeah, they apparently their whole deal with it is capturing demons and using them to do your bidding is a large part of it, apparently, because you're capturing demons in the game. There's a full list on stuff, but
demons in real life are. They kind of capture you and get you to do their bidding.
Yeah, that's the thing. But come on, there's going to be when something is as successful as Pokemon, you're going to have some religious sector having a problem with it.
Oh, no, we don't like them drawing attention from our ridiculous story.
Oh, what's your what? Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry, you get it.
Wow.
Yeah, I was going to say that nearly went over your head that time.
Watch out, that joke almost went over my head, but my reflexes are too quick. I'd always catch it.
Got it just in time.
Yeah, that's it. Here's another hilarious. My last controversy, right? For this is hilarious. We all know the magician Uri Geller.
Yeah,
he's famous for bending the spoons with his mind and all that garbage.
Yeah.
He attempted to sue Nintendo for millions of pounds, because Kadabra, the spoon-bending psychic Pokemon, was an infringement of his character. I find this hilarious.
That's ridiculous.
He is admitting that he is in himself a character, so thereby he is a fraud.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
Take it. Have her on your side on court of law.
Yeah. I thought this was so funny because we know Uri Geller. He's basically the cheap man's magician, and he got very famous for bending spoons and shit. And it's just like,
with my mind. Ooh.
and it's just like, come on,
really illusionists.
Yeah.
Self-proclaimed psychic.
Yeah. You could say the only illusion really he made was this lawsuit because it never got anywhere. He got thrown out for obvious reasons because it's stupid.
Because the judge looked at him and went, fuck off.
Yeah.
So you're wasting my time with this.
Yeah. That's my controversy list, though. I don't have. There are other ones, but they're the most entertaining and the most bizarre. Yeah, that I thought would come across. Especially that Electric Soldier Porygon episode is mental. And like I said, you can actually find footage of the beach episode as well. I think you can find it up somewhere. And
there's some of it actually on.
It is super sexualized. There's like a bit where like Misty is bathing and like Brock and Ash are watching her and they're going, it's
that's creepy.
This is a kid's show.
On the Porygon episode, my eyes are still hurting.
Oh yeah. Well, I did say not to watch it. I did say come up with.
I know. It's like when you say the paint is wet, and you have to touch it to check to see if it's actually wet.
Sorry, I've got to mention one other controversy. You know, PETA have been ragging on Pokemon since they've existed, though. PETA being the people for ethical treatment of animals. Yeah, because they've actually created their own games, which is just meant to be really, really gory versions of Pokemon, where the Pokemon actually die and they're like chained up and with spikes and everything.
That's horrible.
And it's just like, dude, you're just
let's go for a serious extreme. That
they're trying to be satirical by saying, this is what your game is like, and you're just like, it's really not.
No,
really not.
Like I said, like the overall feel of the game, as I said there before, is like it's actually a battle between you as a player who loves their Pokemon against other people who don't, like with Team Rocket and stuff, and Team Plasma that comes in later on.
They say that it doesn't encourages sadism towards Pokemon, but I gotta admit, every time one of my Pokemon faints, I would literally bolt for the nearest gym, thinking of the Pokemon in my arm, just going, "I'm gonna save you. We can't have you like this."
Having poison,
just literally rush in and just
yeah, with like your top Pokemon poison, just rushing to the Pokemon Center, just like with the screen going, chicken.
It's like, oh, I get you there, man.
Jenny, and just scream out, "I don't care what it takes, make this Pokemon well again."
Yeah.
I do remember actually going into one of them, running up and like smashing the butt, going, "Heal him, woman!"
Make him well.
If you do not heal my Pokemon, I will burn this place to the ground.
That sounds very dark. Probably.
Yeah, like, Charizard, come out of your Pokeball. Line up.
Make peace with your gods.
Is there anything else that you guys want to chat about in terms of Pokemon?
Yes, I do. I would recommend, at our age, going back and watching the original Pokemon, because you will spot so many things that you didn't spot as a child that are actually really fucking funny. And there's just like bits in there where you can't believe that settled over your head as a kid. There's so many sexual references. There's such little underhanded jokes. And you do notice things as well that make you go, what the fuck? I mean, because there's quite an early episode where they all go to a town, and it's the one where Ash battles Misty and gets the badge. Yeah. And right at the beginning of the episode, Misty disappears off to the gym, obviously, and then like Brock and Ash are walking into the town, and Brock goes, "Oh, I'll see you later. I've got to go do some stuff." And Ash goes, "Well, what stuff?" And he goes, "Just stuff," and then fucks off for the whole episode. Then he just randomly appears, and no one questions it right at the end of the episode. It's just like, what the fuck was he doing? Did he actually manage to get laid in this one? He just didn't see it.
Well, I bet he went off to have a crafty one.
Yeah.
It's like, did he go do some like coke or something? It's just
that's it.
Yeah, share the line with his.
He's really cheery when he comes back.
Leader stuff, you know.
Yeah, well, he's really cheery when he comes back, but he was miserable when he left. So maybe he did do some crack.
Yeah, well, maybe he made use of Geodude's rock hard arms.
Yeah.
I think he did have a one-handed waltz across the palm rim there.
Yeah, I do want to talk about Team Rocket though. I want to talk about the evolution of Team Rocket. Team Rocket, as we all know, in the first one, were the comic relief, and they were so fucking stupid in like the first two series of Pokemon.
Let's all focus on this yellow rat when we could be doing instead of doing other important things.
They were so stupid. They were so ridiculous.
Well, especially just, like, let's worry about this yellow rat. It's like, our master, like the guy who runs the place has all these massive Pokemon. Like he has what's the evolved Meowth? Oh, Persian.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's got one of them and all that lot. And it's just like, yeah, he's got all these massive dragon ones and all these ones caged away.
He's got a fucking Mewtwo, for God's sake.
Yeah, a Pikachu. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
This one's supremely powered. Have you considered, guys, that maybe you're just that shit?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but...
Have you seen that bit of comic art I've seen? It's actually literally, they come up one more time. Ash is screaming at him, "You know what? I've caught hundreds of Pokemon. Much better Pokemon. You want him so badly? Fine. Fucking have this yellow rat." And he storms off, and Pikachu's just sitting there with the most dirt face I've ever seen him have.
Yeah.
And they're just sitting there.
Not
just
as derpy as
right.
Gerda, maybe. But still.
Yeah, but seriously, they're like their evolution from what they are in that series to what they are now is fucking insane. Giovanni must have brainwashed them and beat them with red hot pokers because they are fucking badass. Yeah,
so they like now.
Yeah, they get shit done in the new series. They're not now focused on Ash and that. They do come across them on occasion, but they don't ever fight them. They just they just smoke bomb and disappear and actually get away properly.
Well, we're not blasting off again then, no.
Yeah.
It's like Team Rostick splashing off again.
They've got their own little separate. Yeah, they've got their own separate story arc. They've got their own separate story arc alongside what's happening with Ash and that. But it's completely separate. They come across Ash and that every so often, but they've got their own little story arc that they're doing that just happens to be in the same region that the other guys are. And they actually complete these missions with a degree of success.
They're basically better written.
Yeah, they're just stealing shit. They're stealing shit. And there's actually a bit where they steal a rock from a museum. It's like a special alloy type rock that fell from... It's a sky rock. Yeah, and Yeah, but the way they steal it is really fucking good. You got James sitting outside hacking the security systems. You got Meowth and Jesse inside. They like swipe the fucking thing in about half a second, and then they're gone. And then they're handing it over to one of the contacts for Team Rocket. It's like, holy shit, these guys are actually getting shit done in this one. This is actually pretty cool.
They're actually doing their job, basically.
Yeah.
They're actually doing what they're paid to
literally,
do.
they'd be replaced with actual ninjas and whatnot.
Yeah. There's still a hint. Yeah, there's still hints at like kind of the old, like back and forth between them, but it's not as like derpy and ridiculous and like Three Stooges-ish as it's been in the past.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really impressed by that. I was just like, oh, they're gonna fuck it up. No, now they're gonna fuck it up.
Yeah.
Okay, surely now they're gonna fuck it up.
And suddenly, whoa, that was badass.
Yeah. It's like, actually, that's quite impressive, and I do enjoy that. That's quite nice.
Is Team Plasma in the new stuff?
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like the rival team for Team Rocket, and there is a little back and forth.
That must be why when Giovanni suddenly got his shit together and just got Jesse and James and just like, right, guys.
Well, they're not too sure who Team Plasma are. They don't know who this other team is. They know there's another team operating in this area, but they're not sure who it is. So there's a whole thing of them trying to find out and like just missed opportunities to catch agents for this other team and stuff like that.
So
it's actually really good. Yeah, I was more interested in that story than I was Action Company. I was like, because, oh my fuck, I have to talk about his new companions. Oh my shit, I fucking hate these people. I did not
Don't
think
sugarcoat it.
I did not think I could muster this much contempt and hate for an animated character, but these two people take the fucking cake, the biscuits, all the pudding, all the cream, and all the fruit, and that last little shitty ice pop you had at the back of your freezer.
And the Vanillite, right? Because he's an ice cream Pokemon.
Yeah, and the Vanillite, right? The woman is... The token girl character is such a bitch. She's always calling Ash a little kid. Literally every single line she says to Ash ends with little kid or you're a little kid. It's just like, can you not say something different? Like, okay, you've called him that like 8 times in like the first episode you're in, and you've only said like 10 lines to him. Can you not say something different? Huh?
Is there meant to be a big age gap then?
No, she's about the same age as he is.
So,
she's like,
right, what's the deal then?
like, she's just a bitch. And then the guy they come across, he's so annoying. Every fucking sentence is some shitty fucking food pun. Every goddamn line is some shitty, half-assed, lazy food-ish pun. He never says anything that isn't anything than a food pun.
I can actually just hear the rage dripping from your lips. I love it.
Yeah, but it's so annoying. He has no lines that isn't a food pun. It's not that hard to write dialogue for a character. He doesn't even say and. He says and a shitty food pun. It's just like, oh, for
Chris,
fuck's
can you
sake,
get to the meat of your conversation?
It's just, it's just like, I hate these two characters. They piss me off so much. I mean, I thought Misty annoyed me in places. I thought May annoyed me in places. These two, oh my God, they make the show almost unwatchable. They're just so fucking aggravating. It's like, Ash, can you just ditch these two fucking lowlifes? They're a waste of your time. Call Misty, call Brock,
you're better
call
than
May,
this.
even call that little four-eyed person that was always getting caught by Team Rocket and always causing hassle for you. Just get him back. At least he was smart.
Hey, Chris,
Yeah.
eat a Snickers.
All the Snickers in the world will not help my rage right now. There is no Snickers large enough to placate my rage.
Oh dear. Is there anything else anyone else wants to cover before we wrap up for the week?
On like kind of like an opposite end of the spectrum, that in the first series, there's such a thing as a Princess Day where all girls are treated like princesses and they get whatever they want and guys have to slave over them. I think that we should make that a real thing.
Yeah, okay.
Isn't it,
for me, it's called
isn't it called their birthday?
Yeah, I was gonna say, for me, it's called having a daughter. 2 of them.
Yeah, same here. I will admit that. Yeah.
There's one point I want to mention which I actually came across. I don't know if it's genuine or not, but I just genuinely intrigued me because the original Pokemon wasn't meant to be Pikachu. It was meant to be Clefairy.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So Gengar. What do you notice about Gengar, the last evolutionary form of the Ghost Pokemon?
It looks a lot like Clefairy.
And it's actually referred to as the Shadow Pokemon. And
Yeah.
Clefairy only has normal attacks, and normal attacks don't hit ghostly Pokemon. Someone said that's because you can't hit your own shadow.
Yeah.
Literally, Gengar is meant to be the shadow of Clefairy.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Ah.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ties between them and stuff. I do like that. A lot of people say that like the only reason Gengar and Clefairy exist is because they're two sides of the
Big
same
yin and
coin.
yang sort
yeah,
of thing.
yeah. Which I thought.
Whilst that's really beautiful and cool, Gengar evolves from Haunter and Clefairy evolves from...
No, Clefairy is the
Clefable-
base form.
Yeah.
Clefable is the last form.
Clefable... No, it's actually... Yeah, Clefable evolves from Clefairy. There you go. So it's just... the idea is beautiful, but the technicalities don't really match up.
Oh, don't be pedantic there.
Good.
So what was it say? But if you compare it to what they're doing now, set of fucking keys. It's poetry in motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I do love the original first 150 Pokemon. They were very nice. I did like them.
But they're
So what is
missing
everyone's
Gerda. That's
So
what
what is,
they're missing.
okay, forget the original three. Had to pick one. What is your absolutely, without a shadow of doubt, favorite Pokemon?
Oh, I picked mine, Raichu.
Arcanine.
I really liked. Oh fuck! Which one was it?
Which type?
Oh no! Fuck it! Like just Charizard. I really had a thing for Charizard. Like every single game I played, I always chose Charizard first.
I'm trying
It's
to remember.
like
What's
Charizard.
what was the evolved form of Growlithe?
Arcanine.
Arcanine.
Arcanine. It was Arcanine. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
was my
Arcanine.
favorite
Yeah.
because that thing was
Arcanine's cool.
racist. No, Marowak. I love Marowak.
Marowak was OP a little bit. He was.
There's a really good story in Origins around
That's
Marowak.
really dark about Marowak.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. That is one of the really dark ones. Isn't like the skull it wears, like the skull of its
It's
dead
his
mother.
mum's skull, yeah.
It's like Jesus.
So that story is actually told in Origins. That's one of the episodes in Lavender Tower.
That's also in Lavender, isn't it? Because that's the main ghost Pokemon, isn't it?
The Marowak that you defeat is the mother of the troubled mother of the Cubone.
Yeah.
You utter nerd.
Yeah, that's the ghost that's been haunting everyone in the thing. Yeah, in the tower.
Yeah, everyone knew that but me.
Here's a question, right? To that might lead on to a big debate. What would you say to a live action version of Pokemon, and should it be done? Will it be?
No, and no.
Do you think it would ever be done?
I hope not.
I don't
Probably.
think I don't think it should ever be done.
I think Nintendo probably wouldn't be able to help themselves if they thought if it would make them a lot of money. But they also are pretty good at defending, at keeping their IPs protected. They don't make that many bad mistakes. You look at Zelda, you look at Mario, apart from the original Mario movie. But like they are pretty decent. You know, I don't think they would do anything along those lines. I wouldn't want to see it anyway.
Wreck-It Ralph, they only managed to get Sonic. I don't even know how they managed to convince all those game IPs to work so nicely together. I swear they got all the
so
people
briefly,
there,
though,
literally
wasn't it?
drugged everyone just enough to get a few signatures and then bolted before anyone woke up.
Disney have got a lot of weight that they can pull, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like they are a neutral party in the games market, so they can kind of. I guess so. Anyway, I'd love to see a Wreck-It Ralph 2. I thought Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, absolutely.
What, is it 2 coming out?
Well,
There should be.
Should be, hopefully, with any luck.
Oh,
I
cool.
wouldn't.
Disney, if you're
I wouldn't
listening-
see a reason for it though.
No, they kind of wrapped things up really nicely, didn't they?
They did,
the first
actually.
one, so.
And what like said in a similar universe, maybe not Wreck-It Ralph, but
But let's be honest, they're either going to release a TV series of it, or they will do a second one because it's Disney.
Yeah.
That's
they have been known for sequel
Yeah. Just
generation.
like Cars.
They'll make their money out of it. don't you worry, Disney will do that.
Just as long as they don't pass it on to their bitch studios, which churn out TV generated
Straight
crap.
to DVD, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the Tinkerbell ones as well. Tony, you'll know this as well.
God.
Just how many like Tinkerbell, Cinderella, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, fucking Snow White, just all of the ridiculous spin-offs, straight to DVD spin-offs have come out is just fucking insane.
Beauty and the Beast and the Enchanted Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
all
I
the
think-
others.
It's such weird because we've got a friend who will remain nameless. He actually loves the Tinkerbell series.
Yeah, I recently had to buy the new box set for my daughter with the whole pirate one as well, which is supposed to be a prequel to Peter Pan. I was like, really? I don't see it. Why is Tinkerbell so nice? She was a bit of a bitch. I mean, she tried to straight up kill Wendy at one point.
She was jealous.
Yeah, she was jealous. She was petty. She tried to murder someone.
It's usual day in Tinkerbell's house. That's how she roll.
Now she's like a real goody. It's like, no, I don't see it. This is not the Tinkerbell I know from the original Peter Pan.
Yeah, but we don't want our children to grow up to be bitches.
They're going to do that anyway.
Yeah, but we kind of can't feed our kids.
Not your guys, obviously. Sorry?
Well, I mean, that's what. It's hard to find a decent kids film these days because they're just cotton wool, everything's good, everything's nice bullshit. And it's
everything is awesome.
That's why you go with the old school stuff.
Yeah.
But, Avatar, Legend or the Last Airbender. So you stick with the Last Airbender.
Not the movie, of course.
Korra.
Yeah.
And the Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
I don't know, just look up the really, really old school child movies that really challenged them. Stuff like by what was it? Oh god, I've got his name's escaping me right now. The guy who did The Secret of Nim and American Tail. What was it?
Oh,
what's his
remember.
name? Sorry? I'm trying to remember his name. That's really going to.
I know the style of movies that you're talking about.
I can't remember, but then I just remembered of American Tail, and they're sort of just like, oh, not Fievel.
Yeah.
That was powerful stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it really was.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah, I was
movies
going to say, that hit me.
Yeah, there's movies as a kid that scare the shit out of you as well, but are also good because they still have a happy ending. Like, say, Sleeping Beauty, for instance. When you first saw Sleeping Beauty, when that first came out, I saw that when I was really young. That dragon scared the fucking shit out of me.
The dragon, Maleficent, scared the shit out of me full stop.
Yeah.
When she was luring Aurora to the spinning wheel, I can't... Every time that music plays, it's almost as bad as the Peloton music.
I mean, I'll tell you what. I saw Return to Oz when I was younger. That fucked me up for life. That has mentally scarred me. That is the most messed up film I've ever
I think I've seen
watched.
that one.
Yeah,
with the wheelers.
With wheelers. The fucking wheelers. They're like, what the?
That's the scary bit. It's just literally you go into the witch and she's got heads everywhere, and she's a headless body just going around taking the heads off pretty young ladies, and you're just sitting there going,
Because this is
think about it now. It would not be out of place on SCP or Creepypasta.
Yeah. I'll tell you what though, you want to see a fucked up world, watch fucking Avatar. I've been watching all the way through Avatar. I'm like midway through the 3rd season right now. Seriously, the story's good, the characters are good, but have you ever paid attention to the creatures that inhabit this world?
Yes.
They are made up by the most fucked up individual ever. And I will quote you one creature that will prove it. The vulture wasp.
I hate wasps.
Yeah, all right, you got me there.
Yeah, the vulture wasp. There's fucking platypus bears. There's like fucking turtle ducks. It's just like...
There is one bear that's just a bear on his own.
And that's cool.
Yeah, and everyone acts so fucking weirdly about it. It's like, oh, there's a bear. Oh, you mean a platypus bear? No. Well, a lion bear? No. A zebra bear? No, just a bear. That's just weird. What? I recently watched that episode and I found that quite funny. It's just like
stop drinking cactus juice. There's no such thing as a bear, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, cactus juice, man. Oh, I fucking love Avatar. Sokka is so fucking funny.
Momo, you've killed us all. Fucking love Momo.
Right, before we spin into another lengthy debate, as we always do, we're gonna have to cut it there before I die of exhaustion. It's been a tough week for me. That's the special Pokemon that we've done this week. We'll go back to regular business next week for you guys, and we hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Leave any comments of your favourite Pokemon, any ridiculous Pokemon, Gerda, in the comments below.
that was almost like a little brain glitch. Did you catch a magic
just for a second there?
The message just mentioned your very awful Pokemon, Gerda.
Tony just blue screened. I think that's probably the thing.
Gerda. Brain word, Gerda. I'll go with it.
So yeah, if you did enjoy the podcast, leave a like. Obviously, subscribe to the channel. This is uploaded on every Tuesday, and I'm looking forward to covering a few extra games out next week. And thanks a lot for you guys for catching along with the show. We do very, very much appreciate it. And until then, we will catch you next time. And say goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Remember,
Bye, everyone.
the very best.
Oh, we're going to do that song.
Oh, let's do it then. Tom, take us away.
Tom?
I want to be the very best.
That
No one ever
was.
The cast
is my real test.
The train
is my cause.
I will travel across the
land,
searching far and wide. These Pokemon to understand the power that's inside.
Pokemon!
Gotta
Right.
catch 'em all.
Oh, how did it go?
I know I'm starting to lose my thought of it.
That's all you get.
Yeah.
No, carry on. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
Isn't it like Pikachu and me? I know it's my destiny.
You teach me and I'll teach you.
Pokemon.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta.
Gotta catch
Catch
'em
'em
all.
all.
Pokemon!
Pokemon. See, who at that last big
Subscribe
Pokemon
to your
absolutely lost their
songs.
shit.
Yeah. Alright, guys. There you go, a little bit extra. Obviously, Chris knows his Pokemon more than. But you did say you've been watching them all recently, so.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, yeah, thanks a lot, guys, again for catching on the show. We'll catch you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.